Analyst, The Notebook Hero by Pop the Colonel on AO3, read by Lily6645. This fic includes abuse, panic attacks, and PTSD. That is your warning. Chapter 3, Lashing Out. Summary. Basically, what caused Bakugo to attack Izuku? Bakugo gets in trouble and Izuku gets a new parent. His mom grasped lightly at his notebook. Flipping it only showed the smeared blue ink and the fading of pencil lead. Izuku! She trailed off. He always kept such good care of his books, so he couldn't have done this. The charred pages and Bakugo's behavior explained everything. No, not Katsuki, she breathed. They weren't the best of friends, but she thought the teacher was handing out pages for our futures today, and when Kachan found out I still wanted to be a hero, he didn't take it too well. He sighed. Take it too well? She tentatively reached her hand out and touched his arm. When he hissed back in pain, she almost cried. Her baby boy was getting bullied by Katsuki. Katsuki! She'd asked him to protect Izuku, but he just hurt him. Izuku, tell me everything. It was quiet, so soft, he barely caught it. Uh-huh? What has he been doing to you? The longer Izuku explained, the more she wanted to call Mitsuki, and then it turned into her wanting to scold Katsuki. Not only that, she was half tempted to hit the boy herself, much like his mother does to him. When he finally finished, the food had gotten cold. Izuku! She started, trying to control her anger. Go to your room! I have to make a phone call. It wasn't a request, and knowing better, he went to his room. Whatever was happening, it was going to be a while, so he did what he usually does with his free time, putting on a fresh, dark green sweater, black cargo pants, and his gym shorts. He grabbed the bat, goggles, and mask as he made his way up to the roof. Now, Izuku isn't one to toot his own horn, but he'd like to think he's a bit nimble. Not the most, but well enough that he can jump from roof to roof like he was doing right now. It was freeing. As he glanced around, he managed to take down a few thugs. A purse thief with a smack to the back of the knees. A small mugging. Coward ran when he saw the bat. A drunk man cat thing. All in all, a calm night. That was until he saw another brawl. There was a man holding up another at gunpoint while looking high out of his mind. He watched for a moment, looking for quirks. The gunman seemed to have sharp teeth. Yikes. The man held at gunpoint had feathered ears and small claws on his hands. He slowly made his way down, careful to not make noise as he listened in.
Come on, man. I just really need this, okay? Just give me the money and I'll...
And what? I got the gun, pal. Give me the goods and you get your life card.
But what about heroes, huh? I'll yell!
Good luck. Ain't no hero gonna save you from a bullet in your head. Plus, ain't no heroes over here. Our racer got sick, remember? Poison gas! The gunman said, sadistic pleasure at the memory. Damn it! Eraserhead wasn't the most well-known outside of underground work, but he was the best hero for this that should be around right now. It doesn't help how impatient the gunman looked. Fidgety, nervous, he needed a plan, but what?
Come on, man. I'll give you 15 seconds.
Shit. If he didn't do something, the man could die. He needed a physical long-range quirk, but he was quirkless. His bat was useless here, but there was something he could do. Izuku was used to reading about heroes and their personas. Each came with a desired effect on the villain. Endeavor? No, those guys are scary. It won't work as well. Miss Joke? Take her opponent off guard with a joke. That works best when they've already seen you, but it also startles people. A joke wouldn't be the best, but maybe something sneakier? Izuku grabbed an old bottle and chucked it across the two men, cracking at the other entrance as he hid behind a dumpster. When the gunman turned to the noise, he came up behind a shush to the feathered man. No heroes, huh? As the gunman turned to face him, gun at the ready with a smirk, Izuku kneed him as hard as he could. Good thing I'm a vigilante. Aiming straight for the groin, when the man doubled over, he gave him a swift jab in the gut, pushing him back and knocking him out. It wasn't strong enough for that, but magenta smoke around his feet and a thud behind him, he readied his bat and whipped around. Now, handsome, I don't want to fight. The voice was seductive, and there was one hero that made that smoke and had that persona. Midnight. She seemed amused as he took out his notepad and pencil to jot down notes and ask for an autograph while covering his mouth and nose as to wait for the fog to dissipate. It made him woozy and tired, along with what happened earlier. It just made it worse. When he remembered, he turned to the man to make sure he didn't leave either. What? He was a drug dealer. He saw the other man already on the ground, passed out, along with the fog dissipating. He heard the click of her heels on the pavement as she made her way over. Noticing the briefcase of drugs, Izuku picked it up and his mouth went dry at the sight. Trigger. Midnight came up from behind. What you got there, handsome? She peered over his shoulder. Trigger. She breathed out. Izuku nodded. It was horrifying. If that man took it, he'd be dead, and Midnight might have been hurt. He looked at her, scared of what this meant. Kid, can I have the drugs? I need to turn them in, she asked. Izuku nodded quickly as he pushed the case into her hands. Midnight sighed, probably in relief. She didn't know what Izuku would do or if he'd even give it to her, but he didn't even have a quirk to use it on. So, I suppose introductions are in order, she asked slyly. I suppose you already know who I am, but who are you?
Oh, he completely forgot about that.
Um, I'm Analyst. Analyst? She teased the name. Good name. I approve. She gave him a thumbs up and smiles. You look young. How old are you, anyways? She asked, either trying to keep him here or info gathering, but Izuku didn't notice. I'm 14, Miss Midnight. She didn't seem too surprised, but looked a tad curious. So, you aren't a dropout, she whispered to herself. Izuku cut in. May I ask you a question about your quirk? She looked at him a bit amused. Well, I'd say yes, but your time seems to be running out. She joked as Izuku looked at the street and incoming cop cars. Sorry! Izuku yelped as he clambered up the fire escape. I'm here all week. Feel free to stop by anytime, she called after him. Izuku safely made it up and saw the police confiscating the criminals and drugs as Midnight made her report. Jumping from roof to roof as Izuku made his way home felt great, and he got back while his mom was still on call with Aunt Mitsuki.